So hi guys, I've been watching a certain video of a certain gentleman who calls himself the father of Kazibwe. I'm not so sure, that's why I've used the word who calls. So this guy is saying that some of the reasons that created a gap between his son and the National Unity Platform, the part that gave Honorable Kazibwe the card to be voted to Parliament as an MP, are at the beginning of their term of service, the party requested each member of parliament to contribute 10 million from the 200 million shillings that they were given to buy new cars. Then, on top of that, each member was requested to contribute 1 million shillings from his salary every month towards the work of the party. All that was tarnished by Honorable Kazibwe, and he never complied with the request. The request went on, and the NOP heads, Honorable Kyagulanyi and his other members, organized a meeting and requested Honorable Kazibwe to mobilize the youths in his constituency and make them get involved in an activity of burning 2 petrol stations, saying that would be the beginning of their duty as people fighting to take over this country. Guess what? The father says that Kazibwe said enough is enough and I'm done with you guys. I'm not socializing myself with you anymore, and he walked away, and since then he never came back to the party to be part of the party activities. And that's why several times you've been seeing the NUP party taking a different stand on matters being raised in parliament, and then Kazibwe decides to stand on the side of the other side, other people who are against the MPs, the NUP stand. So he has done that several times, and people were asking themselves, why would he do that? But in his mind, he was sure that he was never part of the party, but he decided to keep a deaf ear and never said anything. At this time, the father is coming out to speak all that nonsense to the public. One would ask themselves, why is the father coming out at this time? He says he got that information around the early months after elections 2021 and also towards 2022 at the beginning. Why didn't he speak out all that nonsense by then? Why come out at this time? A person may think that guy is trying to use those words at this time as a weapon to buy sympathy from the Kawempe people so that they can sympathize with the Honorable Kazibwe and vote him back to parliament. Unfortunately, the father may not be aware that even though he may have got that information from his son, that is not the main reason as to why even the people of Kawempe don't want to vote his son back to parliament. The father may not be aware that Kazibwe has not served at all in his constituency. Because, guys, remember, when we are looking for the vote of Honorable Nalukola, people went to several places like markets. And some people in the markets came out and spoke to the public and told the NUP party, please don't bring us people like Honorable Kazibwe. We voted for him, and since then he has never appeared anywhere in his constituency. We don't want to make the same mistake like we did that time. So if the father knows very well that on the ground of people of Kawempe, Kazibwe has not worked, why come out at this time and tarnish the name of NUP? It doesn't make any sense. You don't need to tell all that nonsense at this time. As a father, get your son, go to the ground in Kawempe. Ask the people of Kawempe the real reasons, the true reasons why they may not vote your son back to the parliament. It's not NUP that has failed your son. Your son has failed himself. Your son did not work for the people of Kawempe, and that's the truth. Whatever you are saying right now is not going to help, because everybody knows the truth on the ground. Your son did not work, and that's the truth. And one would ask themselves, why is it that you are speaking for your son? Your son is old enough. He's above 18 years. He has a wife. He has children. He's a big man, big enough to speak on his own. Let your son come out and talk to the public. Politics is a dirty game, gentlemen. It is a dirty game. And it's not for the weak like you. Be ready for the insults, for the abuses, for all the attacks of what you've just said. You've called all that yourself. Be ready to face the reality of the new social media game in politics. Be ready and make sure. Convince your son. Get him go to the streets of Kawempe where he comes from. Walk on the streets and ask people, the public speaker, whether he can go back to parliament. If you are brave enough and if you are telling the truth, it's the part that has failed your son, the son has not failed himself. Walk on the streets and be ready to receive the response you get from the public. Then you come back and tell us how bad NUP has been to your son. Otherwise, truth be told, your son did not work for the people and he's likely not to go back to parliament. And that's the truth. That's the bitter truth, sir.